And welcome everybody to Apocrypha Apocalypse. I'm Gary Michuta, along with David, Dr. David. How you doing, Dr. David?
Thrilled and pumped and thrilled, right?
Hey, there you go.
But otherwise, fine. Thank you. How about you, Gary?
Good. Yeah, I'm pumped and thrilled as well. You know, it's been a busy day. It's nice to get here and chat with you and have fun and take on challenges. By the way, if anybody wants to come on, if you want to defend the Protestant Old Testament canon, we'd love to actually hear how it can be defended and stand up to scrutiny. So I am linking and pinning the link to get backstage if you want to join us, talk with us, what have you. We could do Q&A. We could do all sorts of stuff. In fact, I got some low-hanging fruit. And actually, Andy, low-hanging fruit from Truth Unites? Unfortunately, no. I usually stick with websites because YouTube, we're doing videos all the time. I just find it refreshing because we could take our time and read it and work through this stuff. Plus, I think a lot more people visit websites. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe YouTube's more. What do you think? Do you visit websites or YouTube more often?
It depends. It depends on the content and the quality, of course.
Yeah. I think issues with the canon, probably websites would be the place to go. I don't know if I had the question about which books belong in the Bible, I would necessarily search for it on YouTube because I'd want footnotes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something that seems solid. So anyway, so Andy, sorry, no Truth Unites. Although there is that short video, but I just haven't had time to even look at it. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's just a couple of minutes. It's not very long. It's a short, right? So it is like 2 minutes or something. So that would mean that even this show would be too short.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd be really hard to stop it and stop it like every couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep. So Nick 209 says, love learning about the canon. I do too. By the way, I've been working on the slides for next chill stream, which would probably be tomorrow morning, on Athanasius of Alexandria. Talk about being pumped and thrilled, David. I think I finally have been able to organize like my thoughts. So I'm actually going like line by line through his list and bringing all the stuff from the Coptic text and stuff. And I think it's actually going to be more coherent than anything else I put out on Athanasius.
So you start tomorrow or
yeah, when? I'm going to start tomorrow. I think I have enough slides to do a chill stream, and it's going to be several chill streams.
I think I'm gonna take a free day from work and I'm just gonna watch it, so because I'm so really excited about that.
Yeah, wow. Well, hey, if you want to, I'd love for you to come on. We could both comment on stuff.
I will tell the patients that sorry, but
yeah, I mean,
it's Athanasius.
I mean, they'll understand. I mean, sure, they have to wait 6 months to even see you, and then at last second get bumped because of Athanasius. That'd be terrible. So, yeah, Chris of St. Patrick says he's pumped or thrilled and pumped to be here, guys, and I am thrilled and pumped as well. Hi, Gary, David, welcome. Hey, Fight the Good Fight with Tony Ellis here. Howdy, gents. Sad I missed Tuesday afternoon stream. Yeah, we missed you. But there's no excuse. You have to be here. Look at David's willing to forego doing a surgery in order to be with Athanasius. Now that's dedication.
Yeah, and when I saw that, we're starting in an hour. Hey guys, I mean, we have to finish it very quickly. I don't care it's bleeding, you just finish it up.
Andy's disappointed. Sorry, Andy. Yeah, exactly. Sure, a couple Goodfellows. That's what he's talking about. Is the Goodfellows? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to put you away. Goodfellas. Oh, come on. There we go. Goodfellas thumbnail. I think that was a reference to that. In case you guys don't know what the thumbnail reference was. appreciate all the love and shout outs to my channel on the Tuesday stream. Absolutely. Yep. In fact, go right there, guys. If you haven't visited Fight the Good Fight with Tony L, show him some love, like, subscribe, hit the bell. It's okay. I posted a comment.
Check it out.
This visibility to us. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Plus, I guess it's heavy on, even though it's a short one, it's heavy on Cyril of Alexandria or Cyril of Jerusalem, which I just did a series on Chillstream. So it's kind of would be a little redundant. Nice if Athanasius will be tomorrow instead of Monday. I'll start it tomorrow, God willing, if I wake up. And but probably the meat and potatoes will be Monday. So I don't know if you have surgery scheduled for Monday, David. You might have to cancel that one too.
Yeah.
I have been a regular follower for so long. Icarus Ruthless. Wow. Oh, welcome aboard. It's great to have you on there. And thanks for posting. Like, there's so many lurkers out there. The only way we know you're out there is if you comment on the chat room. Always easier to leave a patient in the table. Is that true?
We say that every bleeding stops at least at one moment, whether you do something or not.
Okay. All right. Hey, there we go. There's the link, guys. Show some love to Tony's channel. He's got great stuff, and he takes all of my weird pedantic stuff and condenses it into something reasonable. In fact, speak of the devil, there's Tony. Hi, Tony. How you doing?
Tony.
Hey there, guys. How you doing?
Doing great. Doing well. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I just got caught up with so much stuff on Tuesday. I just didn't have a chance to even check YouTube and see if y'all were streaming. So I was really sad. Though I caught it afterward, of course, as I always do.
Yeah,
so it was a good one.
We were promoting your channel on Tuesday, so don't worry.
Yeah, we were giving prizes away, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. So Gary, I have to ask you about one of the emails that I sent. So Cyril of Jerusalem and his references to Revelation. And I had emailed you about how it looked like he was referencing Revelation 2:17 about you are being given a new name you did not possess.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you have a chance to look at that or the email?
Yeah, I thought I replied. I'm sorry if I didn't.
No, I didn't see a reply.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was on where he makes reference to it, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. And that would be with Revelation 5:5, is it? And you said that, the new name thing also could be hooked to Revelation as well. And I agreed. I thought I had it on the slide, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, that would be another.
So yeah, I've got the screenshot that I sent you here. So in Catechol Lectures 1.4, he says, the armor you receive is not corruptible, but spiritual. The paradise in which you are to be planted is not seen by the eye. You are being given a new name you did not possess. And then you have an allusion to Revelation 2:7, which refers to the victor I will give the right to eat from the tree of life. And then whoever has ears ought to hear. But yeah, no reference to Revelation 2:17, which says, to him who conquers, I will give some hidden manna. I will give him a white stone with a new name written on the stone. That's 2:17. So anyway, just thought I'd throw it in with the mix, because once I saw he was talking about a new name, that struck me as another reference to Revelation. So
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I want. Oh, that was also in the email. I tried to, like, all the things I put up there are somehow marked in the translations so that even the translators saw those connections. And there's also a secondary work too that it was like, I think it's called the script, something like Cyril Jerusalem and the scriptures he used or something like that, that mentions three allusions. So I wanted to stick to references that were noted in secondary sources, just so it doesn't seem like I'm trying to read things into Cyril. I can have backup. And
Sure.
as you know, I like to have backup on stuff. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I get it.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
good.
one. Yeah, that one seemed a little obvious to me. Hopefully, it seems obvious to others too. But yeah, it's always nice to have non-Catholics backing up what you see. So it's
Yeah, it
always
seemed
always
obvious to
powerful.
me too. But it's just I like the comfort of having backups and backups of backups and stuff. Happy Thursday to you. Ready to see what we have on the docket today for low hanging fruit. It is from the christiancourier.com. And I'm trying to, as we speak, put it in the comment section for
Yeah.
anyone who wants to
While
see it.
you're doing that, Gary, I just want to say I've been really enjoying your chill streams, and I really liked your Cyril of Jerusalem one. I feel like you've outdone yourself from the one video that you did
Oh,
on
wow.
Cyril of Jerusalem, all those years ago. Definitely an upgrade. Obviously, you had spent a whole lot more time discussing it than in that one video, but I think the argument is much tighter and much more convincing than that one video that you did a while back. And so I'm looking forward to Athanasius, and who knows, maybe I'll even add something to my channel with some of the work that you've been doing on Cyril and Athanasius, because I think it's really coming together, and an upgrade from what we've seen on the channel, and even what we've seen in some of your books. So
Oh,
it's
cool.
good stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is. I actually wrote like a series of articles that I thought maybe I'd get published in a journal. And I realized that my one article was actually more like 4 or 5. And I thought all the gray hair that I've gotten trying to get one article published, I don't think I could do that 5 or 6 times over. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm feathering the stuff in my research in that one thing, the series of articles, into YouTube form. So that's why it's really buffed up but I appreciate that. In fact, you are kind of like the librarian of the Apocrypha Apocalypse. I didn't realize I only had like one video on Cyril.
Yeah, I think one main video. I don't know if he comes up perhaps in other videos tangentially, but yeah, as far as I know, if people were to search your channel, I think one main video on Cyril comes up, and I know I've shared it with others, but yeah, I know you've called me the archivist or librarian, and that's very flattering. I'm sure David would fill that role too pretty well.
Yeah. No, I picture you in a small cube somewhere deep in a basement, surrounded by filing cabinets and a computer with editing software, and you just spend countless hours cutting down videos and doing stuff. Am I
I mean,
close?
I work with data for a living, so it's kind of up my alley to like figure out where all the data is and where it's supposed to be and where it's stored. So yeah, it carries over into many aspects of life.
That's cool. Okay, so Gary 2.0 is here, saying hi to Gary 1.0. Can we come on board if we're not Protestant? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, especially if you have a question or something, because we got stuff on the docket that we need to get through, and um, just looking through stuff. So yeah, so you want to do some low hanging fruit, and if anybody wants to join us, the link is there in the chat room. It's pinned. And so, guys, as always, for low hanging fruit, I randomly pick and I basically Google Apocrypha, not scripture, and pick something that pops up and just go with it. So it's randomly, since nearly everything on the canon is low hanging, that pretty much sums it up, right? It's probably low hanging fruit, and usually it is. So this is the article. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Is that better? I don't know how to make it bigger than that. Let me try something else. So this is from Christian Courier. And it has all the perfunctory stuff at the beginning, like what are these books? What's the name of the books? And then it goes to general principles and the arguments. So you guys ready for low-hanging fruit? Get your aspirin ready on hand. Maybe an alcoholic drink might be helpful. Okay, so general principles. Oh, by the way, I should give total credit. I have the link in the description box. This is an article titled, Is the Apocrypha Inspired Word of God? Why the Apocryphal Books Don't Belong in the Inspired Canon of Scripture. Love that. Nice direct title by Wayne Jackson, Christian Courier. It's available at christiancourier.com if you want to check it out. So we'll use this, invoke fair use, and get to the general principles. Okay, so here we go. There is abundant evidence that none of these books were ever received into the canon, that which conforms to rule of the Hebrew Old Testament. So there is abundant evidence that none of these books were ever received into the canon. Any thoughts, guys?
Well, there's this qualification that which conforms to rule. I don't know what the author means by that, but I think that it's really just on par with the other biblical texts of the Old Testament. Now, of course, I don't agree, because the Jewish texts actually testify that we know Sirach was certainly viewed, at least by some of the Jews.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, abundant. That's weird. Abundant evidence that none of them were received. That I don't know.
Yeah,
there's abundant evidence.
Seems to portray an unawareness of the evidence, right? From the Dead Sea Scrolls, the rabbinic literature, and of course the evidence that you found with what Sanhedrin 100b and Tosefta 213. I went ahead and put a link in there to the video that I did that summarizes, all the good work that y'all have done, and that I believe directs people to, the videos on this channel that provide the abundant evidence, or at least sufficient evidence to question such a statement.
Yeah, good. I mean, right out of the bat, we'll see. Yeah, what about the Septuagint? Although they appear in the Septuagint, the Greek Old Testament known as the LXX, that is not necessarily reliable criterion. Professor G.T. Manley notes, quote, these books do not appear to have been included at first in the LXX, 3rd, 2nd centuries BC, but they found their way gradually in later copies being asserted in places that seemed appropriate, unquote. So the inclusion in the Septuagint isn't any evidence that it was received as sacred scripture? That's a strange way to show that they're not received. Let's put it in the Bible.
Yeah, my thought would be, well, what about all the early church fathers who were relying on the Septuagint, and somehow they're quoting these deuterocanonical books? I don't know. Doesn't that seem to indicate that some of the earliest copies of Septuagint included these books. I mean, that would be at least one line of argument, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
David?
what strikes me is that what you see in the brackets, 3rd to 2nd centuries BC, that's actually, yeah, it's mostly by scholarship. That's the beginning of the Septuagint, or of the the beginning of the translations from Hebrew to Greek. But that's just the beginning. It doesn't end until 1st, 2nd century AD, basically, with books like Ecclesiastes or Ezra or Song of Songs not being translated until as late as 1st or even 2nd century AD. And so it's just a weird argumentation, and that because then you miss some of these proto-canonical books as well. And again, this is, they say that it wasn't in the Septuagint in the beginning. What do they mean by that? Because, like, I don't know if people were just walking around with a huge bag, a pile of scrolls, and just saying, well, this is the Septuagint. No, that's not how it worked. If I think what he's arguing for is, what was translated into Greek, because that's the simplest way how to grasp, the Greek translations, not necessarily as a certain version of the Greek, but just simply that it's a Greek translation. And we know the Deuterocanon was translated like from the 2nd century to the 1st BC. So, like, if the question is, was it translated into Greek? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And that's all we can say when it comes to the period before Christ, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. It seems to me that, and I would have to read the article, but it seems to me he's referring to the earliest Septuagint, which would be the Torah, at least according to the legend of the letter of Aristeas, right? It began with the Torah, the first 5 books, and then it was later expanded. So technically, yeah, the Deuterocanon wasn't there at its earliest stages, but like you pointed out, so what? I mean, things were added to it, including proto-canonical books that appear to have been added after the Deuterocanon was in there. So it's kind of a point that is true, but it's kind of vacuous, right? It doesn't really prove anything.
Yeah, I think I had misread it originally. I thought it was like 3rd, 2nd centuries AD, but now I see BC. So yeah, obviously it wasn't included before it was written. I mean, that's obvious, but yeah. But yeah, that doesn't prove that it was a closed canon in the 3rd century BC either. So yeah, vacuous. Yeah, it doesn't really prove anything.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I mean, how could it be translated before it's written? Yeah, I didn't think about that. See, I missed these little nuggets when Tony's not on board. Okay, the apocryphal books are not in the most ancient works which allude to the Old Testament scriptures. For example, so here we go, guys. Appeal to silence. Philo ignored. Jewish philosopher of Alexandria who wrote prolifically and frequently quoted Old Testament scriptures, yet never cited the Apocrypha, nor did he even mention these documents. Yeah, this is kind of a staple, right? Philo. Anybody want to take that one?
Yeah, I think you've pointed out, right, the vast majority of his quotations are from the Torah, the first 5 books, the Pentateuch, right? So, I mean, he doesn't quote most of the Hebrew canon to begin with. So it's kind of sleight of hand, it's misleading when people bring this up. I'll let y'all add on to that.
Yeah, David, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. It's
Yeah.
it's a very, very weak argument.
Exactly. Yeah, when you look at the total amount of citations Philo makes, he's very Torah-centric. Almost all, like 5,000 of 5,050 citations are from the Torah, leaving 50. And of course, he doesn't cite all of them. So I'm surprised. I am a little shocked, though, they didn't say the New Testament first. I would expect New Testament doesn't use these books, then go to Philo. But maybe that'll be later. Let's see. Okay, next, Josephus, the Jewish. This is a staple. We got to have Josephus in there. The Jewish historian Josephus, they rejected him. He wrote, "We have innumerable multitude of books among us, disagreeing from and contradicting one another, but only 22 books which contains the record of all times past, which are justly believed to be divine. By combining several Old Testament narratives into a book, the 39 of current editions become 22, alluded to by Josephus." This is low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, 39 equals 22. Easy math, Gary. Where were you when you were in school?
Yeah, I know. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, I don't know what dead horse or pinata you've beaten more than Josephus, Gary. So, I mean, the first thing that popped out to me is the justly believed to be divine.
Yep.
Is that really what Josephus said? Is that the best translation?
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, that was where I was going to go. I'm hoping people that watch this channel, they have the radar up like you do. Because whenever I see a quote from Josephus, I'm looking for the Whiston translation. And Whiston has justly believed to be divine. The words to be divine is not in the original. It is not in any critical Greek edition of Against Appian. It was added in by Eusebius of Caesarea. So it's not part of the original context. He doesn't separate divine books from non-divine books. He just says that the 22 books contain the record of all times past, which are justly believed, period. But when you say divine, then all of a sudden this becomes a canon issue, right? Because that's ultimately what the canon does. And David, you did some really good work on the 22 and try to identify the 22 books, which this author assumes that they're just identical to Protestant Old Testament.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if we look at the Antiquities of the Jews, where Josephus explicitly says in the prologue that he is translating from the Hebrew into Greek, so his Antiquities is basically a translation of the scriptures. Of course, that's not exactly that. He is sometimes paraphrasing, sometimes he does interpolate some things of his own. But there's a problem with the specific books like Esther, where he is using the longer version without any qualification, and also Esdras instead of Ezra, which would mean that he is dividing Esdras and Nehemiah from each other, separating these two books. Then ultimately we have a mathematical problem, because we don't make the 39 would not fit into the 22.
Right.
And besides that, we know he quotes Maccabees, but we know that would be outside of those 22, because that would be written after that period. But nevertheless, of course, in the Antiquities, he makes no qualification. Yeah. And we have this latest information that he actually had 2 books of Ezekiel, right? So that's right. That's interesting.
Yeah, the Tony Esto argument. Is that right? Joey Esto.
Joey,
right?
yeah.
Joey Esto threw that one in.
Yeah.
And if he counts Ezekiel as 2 books, that throws everything off, because now the prophets don't even fit together.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
wonderful track that mystery down at some point. Don't know. The other thing that pops into my head is I don't know if it was you, Gary, who created that chart where you have all these scholars saying, trying to figure out how to fit Josephus's 22 into, and then none of them agree.
Yeah.
I guess on how to make it fit with the Protestant canon. They all have a different way of doing that, which just proves that the 22 doesn't get you very far. So
no, the thing about
another thing
Josephus is the descriptions. The descriptions mess everything up. Trying to get the numbers and the descriptions to match. That's hard because you end up with like Ecclesiastes being either hymns or instructions on life, or something weird like that. Job, or like, what do you do with Job? Because it records history before Moses, but Josephus says there's only 5 books that record history. That period.
He makes use of the Maccabees, at least one of the Maccabean books, for his history, and only prophets write history, right, or something like that, right? So there's so many holes.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you're correct with the description. He says that all of these books, all of the 22, you can find history in them. But the problem is these books like Ecclesiastes or Song of Songs, they are not narrating any history. So how do they fit into the 22 if the 22 are representing some kind of history? That just doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a Jewish scholar, Zaini Zevit, which I love the name, by the way, who basically says, if you look at this in terms of only history, then he's missing some prophets, and it's a very different list than anything other people would bring up, and I think that actually would be it's plausible, right? Because that's his main focus, is history.
Yeah. It's natural that he's going to use Psalms, because Psalms do include some history, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it is a hymn, basically. So that would fit in, but not Ecclesiastes or Song of Songs. That's just weird.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, for those just joining us, we're looking at some low-hanging fruit at ChristianCourier.com. Looking at this article here, and so far nothing is really any higher hanging than what we typically run into. Okay, missing from ancient list, most ancient list of Old Testament books is that which made by Melito of Sardis. None of the Apocryphal books are included. Eusebius' Ecclesiastical History 42614. Okay.
This is your wheelhouse, Gary, as well.
Again, you're appealing to a list without even trying to figure out what the list is supposed to represent. You just assume it's Old Testament books. When Eusebius himself says that these are the recognized books, or was it the accepted books, and it appears to be mutually accepted between rabbis and Christians. So it's not a Christian list of books, but mutually accepted books. And then finally, I argue that he actually does include a deuterocanonical book. I think it's probably Sirach. He calls it the Wisdom. So if that's true, then this is a false statement. And then you have the problem, of course, of Esther missing as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anything else, you guys? David?
One word: inconsistency. Yeah.
Tony, anything else?
No, I just encourage people to check out. At least I think you did at least a couple live streams, chilled streams on this topic of Melito.
Yep, it's out there. And you put the link too. Thank you for doing that. So folks, you can look into that. So swing and a miss, several swings and misses here. Not recognized by Origen Tertullian in the 3rd century AD. Neither Origen nor his contemporary Tertullian recognized the books of the Apocrypha as being canonical.
Oof.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
That's
huge
when
oof with
that's when the
origin. Yeah.
that's when the headache starts.
Get the aspirin out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you want to take a couple of swings at it, David?
I mean, of course, guys, if you were watching Gary's chill streams, how many videos you did on Origin? Like 5?
Yeah, a
Or-
lot. A lot on Origin. Probably too much, actually, because I don't think he's really as important as it's made out to be. He is for us, for the Deuterocanon. He's positive, so there's a lot to encompass there. But as far as evidence for Protestantism,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I don't really think Origin. I think Origin quotes each and every Deuterocanonical book. I mean, it's just. I think each and every is there,
right.
and so if you really want a
Yeah.
father who is abundantly clear that he's accepting the Deuterocanon, it's Origin. To me.
Yeah. I believe Steve Christie was the one who throws out the challenge, which is not really a challenge. Like, it doesn't mean anything, but find me someone who quotes every single Deuterocanonical book. Well, why should we even have to do that? But I even threw out Origin for him because it seems pretty clear that he literally uses or references every single Deuterocanonical book. So Origin is like the worst person to appeal to from that perspective. One thing I do want to ask about. So I refreshed the stream that we're on, and then I see it says chat is disabled for this live stream. I just wanted to make sure that we hadn't accidentally disabled the live stream for this.
I also noticed that I just don't see the chat right now. So I thought it's a problem on my device, but apparently that's
yeah. I see Gary 2.0, Gary Cotro, popping up on the StreamYard feed, but that may be because he had joined early and still has the feed available to him. So I don't know. Just something to check.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't see the chat room. It says chat room disabled. I don't know why that's so. That's weird. I don't know how to enable it.
Very strange.
Yeah, I don't want to go out and come back because that would make a different stream. And we need the chat room. I mean, it's no fun. Any suggestions, guys? Well, I guess they can't suggest because they can't get on the stream. Yeah, I saw Gary's comments, but very weird.
I guess I could look it up real quick to see if...
Yeah, would you? That would be great. Because there's nothing I did on StreamYard that would make it do that. Huh. Can't post comments to some. Yeah, sorry guys. It says that I can post comments on YouTube. And Gary's up. Hi Gary, how you doing?
Good. I just looked it up on YouTube for you. Oh, fine, thank you. To enable chat in StreamYard, yeah, connect to your let's see, your comments tab in your studio, and toggle show comments on stage.
Yeah, that just shows me it doesn't that doesn't do anything.
It worked.
Are you able to open a browser, go to Studio, and then from Studio go to Go Live, select your active stream?
Gotcha.
I was
will
trying to
try
throw it
that.
in the private chat.
And then
Studio to
disconnect
go
the original
live.
one.
Select your active stream, and then on the left menu, click customization. Select live chat. Confirm. Enable live chat is toggled, and save. That's what ChatGPT told me to tell you. So
Yeah, I got something like that too. Connect to your destination, enter your studio, find the comments tab, look for comments tab on the right-hand side of your screen, and show comments toggle. Or show
yeah,
comments.
well, this one, I think yours is for like comments on the video below, but for the live chat, you want to go to studio, go live, click your active stream, and then there should be a left menu for customization where you can click live chat, and then there should be some toggle for enable live chat.
Yeah, because this one's not. Yeah, I don't know. It may not be in live stream. This one just might be just regular chat. I don't know. Oh, speaking of the low-hanging fruit, so there, when he starts off and he starts quoting some biblical expert, why does he leave out the church fathers? They always go to somebody who's in the year 2000, not somebody that actually knew the apostles, which is very disappointing.
Yep. I love me some church fathers, so I always like to bring them into the conversation because it seems like they should be relevant for pretty much anything. So
yeah, I mean, they knew the apostles. they got the goods right from them, especially the early ones.
Yeah, I mean, Clement of Rome and Polycarp of Smyrna, they definitely make significant use of the Deuterocanon, not necessarily in quantity, but at least in the quality of how they use them. So that's 2 out of the 3 main apostolic fathers whose writings have survived to us. And then yeah, if you go with others, Irenaeus, Tertullian, quite a few others. So
I did a test chat there, Gary. I'm not sure if it's working.
Let me refresh and see if it is looking better.
Okay.
Still says it's disabled when I refresh the browser for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Okay, well, I mean, we should press on just without the chat. Sorry, people.
Yeah, it said it's disabled. Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Weird.
Okay, I'll let you go. Okay, I just thought try to help you out.
Appreciate it. Yeah, if you see anything, Gary, let me know. But I appreciate it. Okay, well,
spiritual warfare.
I tell you, I wish I knew why, because the chat everything was working fine. Then all of a sudden it says it's disabled. Maybe this low-hanging fruit is so low-hanging it blew out YouTube and it can't handle any more comments. Okay, yeah. What about Tertullian? Does Tertullian not consider the Deuterocanon canonical? Well, actually, I don't think Origen or Tertullian uses canonical. I'm not sure about Tertullian, though. I know Origen, it doesn't seem like he does.
Yeah, I don't think he uses canonical for referring to the scriptures, as far as I know.
Yeah, like we have these Greek yeah, we have translations from not Greek translations, sorry, Latin translations of Origen's works, but these come later, and you find the word canonical with respect to scriptures there, but we cannot be sure it's really that Origen used this word, but it's actually the translator who is basically applying the word canonical.
Right.
Yeah, according to my chart, we've got Tertullian referencing wisdom and Judith and the and one of the Maccabees at least. And and yeah, with wisdom, he refers to wisdom 1:6 as being taught by God. So yeah, no friend to the Protestant canon, I would say, even Tertullian, and of course you did your chill stream. I mean, on a bunch of these fathers. So yeah, just dead on arrival from our perspective.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, more bad stuff there. I don't know, guys. Do you think we should? I missed the comments. You know, do you want to stop this and then restart it and have everybody jump back on? Would you be willing to do that for the remainder of? Because I could start another stream, end this stream, and we could come back and hopefully the comment section will be up.
I think that's fine for a low-hanging fruit. You know, it's not as if it's one of your chill streams where you're like in the middle of trying to present something. So
okay,
yeah, why not?
We'll do that then. Let's see. I'm going to set this for. Well, I'll just start it immediately, and I'll email you, David. I'll email you the link again. Okay, guys, because your participation is important in the chat room. I just feel terrible that you can't comment, especially for the low-hanging fruit stuff. This is fun. So, okay, I'm sending you the new link. Guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down this stream, and then I'll restart it on the same channel. So please come back. Tell your friends to come on. We appreciate it. And, oops, that's not the right link. Sorry. Let me start. And sorry, Dave, I just sent you the wrong link.
No problem.
And I'll post down the chat room, and then you can come up, Tony. Schedule.
All right.
Automatically.
I'll go ahead and drop and look for it then. We'll see you on the other side.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, guys, we're going to end it. Stay tuned to the channel. We'll be right back. Here's the outro.